All right, are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are ready for this because this is going to blow your mind.
That dude in the hairpiece the whole time, that was Bruce Willis.
Nice little tie there, man.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm done.
Drop the mic. Leave it on a high.
Unless they like it, then I don't want them.
Did you not get the memo on changing clothes?
Greg's. Good, fuck it. We're good.
That was my idea this whole time.
Welcome
but
to
nobody else did.
Season 4, Episode 3. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah. We're also going to need Greg to sit down.
It's cool. He's good.
We're right in front of the camera.
He's got to get that. He's got to get that cracking.
You need some cracking in you. You put some in a cup.
I'm good now.
Put some in a stein. What was that, stein?
Yeah, put it in the stein.
No, I'm good now. Stop pressuring me into drinking.
Under pressure.
So, as in usual style, I'm going to turn it over to Matt to kick us off on Harry Potter. This is something we can just sit here and bullshit all day. We've already done an episode on Harry Potter. I have some updates coming up later on that I think you guys might find interesting in the video game world of Harry Potter. We can discuss that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, because it's so fresh in my mind probably, and I just brought it up to him. I didn't know he had been, but I recently took a trip down to Florida, Orlando, and part of that trip was us going to Universal Studios and seeing, Wizarding World. They have they have Hogsmeade in Universal Studios, and then they have Diagon Alley at Islands of Adventure, which is another Universal park.
Okay.
But so amazing.
So it's not like all in one. You got to go to different parks to experience different things.
It's not. There's that's why you get the park hopper, baby.
Yep.
But that I think that's a common misconception. I talk to people and they're like, I want to go to that Harry Potter park. I'm like, it's not a park. It's a section of a park.
It's a section.
Got it.
Like people will tell me, oh, well, they're like, why? Well, I'm going to spend all day there. I'm like, you're not going to have enough to do to spend all day in the section of the park.
Yeah.
It's not a full park,
Okay.
I just want to put that out there because I feel like so many people say it to me and I'm like, no, like,
it's a decent size.
It is.
You can't spend all day there.
I mean, I guess you could.
You could.
You
see the same shit for several hours.
I don't know, man. You know why Harry Potter, kind of going back now instead of talking about that, I think one of the reasons it kind of has like a special place for me is when I was a kid, I read a bit, like I liked to read and not like well enough. It was like, I was like, okay, whatever.
Nerd.
Okay, but it wasn't something I really did at home. Like at school, it was fine or whatever. 5th grade, I remember reading the first Harry Potter book. We didn't have like a bunch of copies and stuff. My 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Byer, shout out to her, who's probably not listening or watching, but if she is, dude, she's a sweetheart. I love her. She's a great lady. She brought in her own copy to pass around for us to like read out loud as a class and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how she was like, this is awesome. Like I want everybody to read this. And I was like, it kind of got me into like, oh, so this is why people like reading. I was like, oh, this is dope. Like this story, it was dope. It was cool. And then the movies came out and, well, that was it.
Yeah, the movies came out and then the books came out for me.
Yeah, likewise. But even at the time when Harry Potter came out, I was like 16 or something. So I was like too cool for
that was
stupid
like,
Harry Potter.
Wow.
Child shit, I'm too cool for that. Why would I go? Why am I? I'm a man. Why am I fucking around with this child's play? I'm
a man.
I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating on that, but that was kind of where the mentality was. It's like it's a children's movie. It's a children's book. I didn't understand, and we talked about this in the last episode. I mentioned that. It's like one of the regrets I had because it wasn't until I was probably in my 30s, and I was like, oh. This Harry Potter fucking shit is a good story. Like you said, it's good. And like the effects are good. And it's just one of those. Okay. I got the same feeling watching Harry Potter the first time as I did watching the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as an adult.
The Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder.
Yes.
Yeah. You know why I feel bad for you about the Harry Potter thing? Because going back and watching it as an adult for the first time, you're seeing Emma Watson in that movie as a child. And you didn't get to have the crush on her.
But see,
I had the biggest.
I'll give you that. Okay, but see, I'm still that much older than you. I'm 8 years older than you, right? Yeah. Okay, so when it came out, I was 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
3?
True.
So you were 11 years old. So she was your peer.
Yeah.
Okay, so she would not. I wouldn't. I don't.
She's my age.
She would have been my age. You were 11?
She's my age.
Oh, shit.
She's 34.
So, let's see.
Yeah.
Damn.
Trust me, I know.
Okay, so that would be like...
We're talking about my future wife here.
A 16-year-old being attracted to a... And at that time, if I'm being frank, I wanted a fully developed woman at the age of 16, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? At 16, I wasn't looking at little, you know.
I know. In that sense, I still feel bad for you.
Do I have to spell it out?
He wanted tits and ass.
Thank you. You know what I mean?
Full titties.
I wanted a real woman, you know.
I guess there's the age difference.
So, but you grew up with her.
I did. So either way, I still feel sorry for you.
As that she's an adult now, so I feel like comfortable saying this.
Of course.
In the later movies, when she's older,
she's pretty.
She is. She's very attractive.
But
did I ever? I never had that.
See, it was a fun experience to have that crush. It was
amazing.
Ooh, because she was my age.
Did you see all the movies in theater?
Not in theater, no.
Oh no,
not in theater.
I saw every single movie in theater.
Okay, I mean,
had to.
You're better than me. I don't know what you want me to say.
What I'm saying is, it was hard to have the hots for a woman with a lot of people around you.
I still like her. Are you saying you're trying to cover your boner?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to bait my master.
Is that why you always get the extra large popcorn?
I was trying to figure out my wand.
I'll say I
didn't go to Ollivanders for that one.
I've never seen any of the movies in theater. None of the movies I ever saw.
I thought you were going to say you've never seen any of the movies.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
Not in the theaters.
Well, you literally just said that wasn't your fucking thing till your 30s. So
yeah.
The movies were done.
You know who's been suspiciously quiet this whole time?
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg?
Hey, what?
What did you think of the Harry Potter
pot? What did you think of Harry Potter, not pot?
Wait for it.
I haven't seen a single one.
You haven't seen a single one?
No.
Oh my God! How have you not?
Only thing I know of Harry Potter is the South Park parody.
Jesus.
Oh my God! Okay, so we could talk about that though. That's a fucking hilarious adaptation.
Yeah.
I think
the Lego sets are pretty cool.
Yeah.
That big, I don't know the big ass building. It's pretty cool.
That's Hogwarts.
That's Hogwarts.
Okay.
That's the school that they attend. All right, so this episode is just going to be us explaining.
Educating.
Yeah.
You guys have already done a fucking episode and you didn't do any.
I wasn't.
Oh, these guys
it was just us.
Yeah, I wasn't.
It was just
This was pre-Greg. Those are the episodes you can only find on Spotify.
Some you might be able to find on YouTube because we transferred them over.
We did,
So there's no video. It's just
there's limited.
audio.
This studio did not exist at that time in its current state.
Yeah,
right.
Straight audiobook.
It was concrete walls and an old table,
an old coffee table.
Yep, with the mounts clipped to it.
Yeah.
Greg had a lot of trouble with.
No, right.
Those were the old days, man.
Which was last year. I've been thinking about it. It was last.
Magic.
Yeah, so
was that last year?
It was.
Yeah, because you started working at Sunset Hills Subaru. Yeah. Right as I was getting
we'll bleep that out. We don't need to tell people where I work.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm fucking with
you.
I will have to go.
You started working at radio edit.
Yeah. So it's it'll be like a year and it'll be 2 years in like May or June.
Almost 2 years that we've been doing
May or June. Yeah. Anyway.
that's beside the point. Well, let's get into into the story at least, because I'm sure most people who are listening or watching this probably already are familiar with it, but just in case they're not, and I think Greg needs to know a little bit about
Harry Potter is a wizard.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't.
Well, actually, he doesn't know.
He didn't know that.
He's like a kid with a bone.
Rob's good. Rob's really good at summarizing things. Why don't you?
Yeah, I could probably do a decent job of it.
At least of the first half of that first book slash movie.
Okay, perfect. Because I just got done watching 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
just the other day. So
just set us up from the beginning so we have an idea.
Okay, so basically, it starts out. This wizard comes out of nowhere and he takes the light from the street lights with a special thing so that no one can see him. Okay, and then Hagrid is this half giant guy, comes down on a motorcycle, and he's got a baby Harry with him. Okay, and he's got a scar on his forehead, and they don't really explain, but you do know that Harry Potter's parents have been killed along, and I think they kind of hint at Voldemort dying then at this point, but at minimum, Harry Potter's parents have died, and they are placing Harry Potter, this wizard you find out is Dumbledore, and Maggie Smith, rest in peace. She just recently passed.
Yep. Yes. Dame Maggie Smith.
Professor McGonagall.
Yeah.
Are placing Harry Potter with family members.
Yeah.
So you automatically know you're in a magical world, magic and reality exist side by side.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in different worlds.
Yeah.
Where they
the wizard world.
There's a wizarding world that's adjacent to the real world.
I always thought it took place in medieval times.
No, this isn't modern times. It's reality.
It's modern,
yes.
Outside of London, I think, is where he lives.
Yes.
A suburb of London, basically.
And part of the reason for that is, what's her face?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling is a British author, and part of
turf
her requirements for the Harry Potter series, when she sold the rights for the movies to be made, she insisted on having all British actors.
Yes.
In all the movies.
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay. Up until Fantastic Beasts, which I think is a different franchise.
It's still a lot to do. It's based on in America, but
it's the Wizarding World in America.
Yeah, it
Fantastic
is the
Beasts.
Wizarding World in America, but a British wizard comes to America to find beasts.
So anyway, going back. Go ahead, Matt.
No.
So anyway, Harry Potter grows up in this awful family.
His uncle.
Yeah, and
his sister's brother.
No,
his sister's
sister. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And they despise him.
They know
that he's a wizard.
That her sister was a wizard.
She was jealous.
So there's people that can be born a wizard, born with these powers, into what they call a Muggle family. Muggles are humans.
That term's used in geocaching.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from Muggles, which are just people that are walking by. You don't want them to see you going to the geocache to find out where it is.
So
those people are called
Muggles. No, it's
maybe, I don't know. I've never come across one.
I'm surprised they don't take it a step further and call them mudbloods.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't confuse them now. Don't confuse them.
Slur.
Don't confuse them.
Mudblood is a term that you don't normally hear in civil conversations.
God damn it. Okay, we've hyped it up. So, a mudblood is someone who is born with magical powers.
To non-magical parents.
To non-magical
They're
parents.
considered non-pure blood.
Okay.
They're non-pure. So it's basically a slur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
So Harry Potter's mom, Lily Potter, was a mudblood, right?
They don't talk about Harry Potter's grandparents.
Yeah, they don't ever talk about the grandparents.
I thought it was.
What they did say in the beginning, in the first one, was she does say, "Oh, my mother was so happy that
when you got your letter,
when she got her letter."
So maybe
they could have been, but they never actually explain it.
Yeah, they don't really explain it. But you do know that Harry's pure blood because both of his parents were magical.
Correct.
Magical descent.
Correct.
Okay.
So the aunt and uncle know he's a wizard, but they keep that from him.
They don't
let him know,
and they treat him
just to be mean because they don't like him.
Yeah,
they don't like him.
He lives under the stairs.
Under the stairs.
They treat him like a slave.
Lives in a closet under the stairs.
Meanwhile, his cousin is treated like a prince and gets everything he wants, and is just like this spoiled, awful, rotten, no good person. And he's like that through the entire book. Like he's awful. So the whole family's awful.
Wizards,
movie and everything.
Wizards at the age of 11 get a letter inviting them to Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Okay.
His letter shows up.
His uncle burns it.
His uncle is the uncle is keeping these letters from him. Rob just actually you just referenced that the other day.
Yeah.
No post on Sundays.
Yeah, it's a good day. Do you know why? No post on Sundays.
No post on Sundays.
No post on Sundays.
And eventually, because of this, Hagrid comes to get him. Right.
Well, before that. He's getting all of these letters. Basically, in the Wizarding world, the messages would be sent by owls. So all these owls keep dropping these letters off the house, and the uncle is getting furious.
Yeah.
And so he's throwing them away, and then he's got a stack, and he's sitting by his the fireplace, and he's throwing them in the fire. And Harry comes walking around the corner, and he's like, throwing them in the fire.
Yeah.
And then he talks. And then it's Sunday. No post come on Sunday. But what happens? They magic, and they have basically a hurricane of these letters for him, Harry, to come to Hogwarts in his house. And his uncle grabs him, won't let him read the letter, and he said, "We got to go far away, far away, where they can't find us."
To go to like a lighthouse.
And they go to like a lighthouse house on an island.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Hagrid shows up
to take Harry to Hogwarts.
But you met Hagrid just a few minutes prior. He was the one that delivered Harry to
he's like a
to
big
Dumbledore, half giant, and
he's
like
the groundskeeper.
And he ends up being one of your favorite characters through the entire book.
He's lovable. One of the best characters.
You'll love him.
I'm sure.
His wand. I'm
sure I've seen a picture.
Yeah. His wand is an umbrella.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing.
He drives a motorcycle instead of a broom.
Yes.
Greg, you're gonna love these movies.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch them.
He drives a motorcycle with a freaking
sidecar, and it flies. It's a fly. So instead of they fly on brooms and everything. Let me back up real quick.
Yeah.
What you'll find in the Harry Potter stories is a lot of like mythology and a lot of fairy tales and a lot of different things, and like the owls. Like, what the fuck does that have anything to do with it? Well, if you think about like the Sword in the Stone, the Disney, wasn't there an owl in that?
Yeah,
with the wizard.
Wasn't it Merlin himself though?
Merlin was a wizard. Mm-hmm. Okay, but his owl, didn't he have an owl that would like talk to him?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
He had an owl
Copernicus wouldn't.
Yeah,
that might be it. That might be his name. But anyway, what I'm getting at is the Harry Potter series has a way of it like explaining the mythology into how it exists in the real world, and the owl is just like one aspect of how
every witch or wizard chooses their companion. It's either an owl, typically either an owl, a toad, or a cat.
Or a rat.
I was gonna say you have some people,
an owl, a toad,
or a cat.
Or a rat.
Or a rat.
Well, not always.
I picked toad.
The three typical ones.
No, owl.
Yeah.
Okay, essentially, we're not going to go through the whole thing.
No. But
Hagrid takes Harry Potter to Hogwarts, eventually, and he meets this cast of characters. Of course, there's antagonists, and there's all these other like dark like stories going on that he kind of has to fight, and that's
he's also
kind
finding out more about more people know about him than
he
knows
does
about himself.
Okay.
Because his aunt and uncle has kept him away from him.
Yeah,
right.
He is essentially famous for having survived the attack that we are alluded to in the beginning.
Right.
And he's rich.
Okay.
He doesn't know that. He finds out. He finds out that
he's loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the best scenes, him and Ron, which ends up being his best friend, are on the train to Hogwarts.
Is that the orange-haired dude?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For the first time, and
We call him
anything from the trolley, and they're like, anything from the trolley, dear. And Ron's like, he's broke.
He's got this nasty wadded up sandwich.
Yeah, well, Ron comes from a large family.
Yeah.
Of meager means. Mm-hmm. It's how we all grew up,
right?
Like we didn't really want for anything,
yeah.
but we really didn't have a whole lot,
right?
No, they didn't have anything at all.
Yeah, And Ron's like, oh, never mind, I've got a sandwich or whatever. And Harry pulls out a wad of cash, and he's like, we'll take the lot. And it's just him and Harry sitting in the train car, and they're like eating candy.
Eating the whole train
chocolate frogs.
Chocolate, yeah. So that's one of the best scenes, I think, because that's when they really started becoming friends. And that took me to a place, like, in my childhood, when you're that young, 10, 11 years old, and it's you and your friend, you're just sitting there fucking looking at baseball cards or candy or just, you know, it was a really like poignant moment.
Wizard cards that are essentially baseball cards, but it's famous wizards, and they like move
and they magically appear.
Like holograms.
There's a chocolate frog that actually comes to life.
Yeah, and like it hops around like rabbits and shit.
Well, you got to catch it and eat it.
That's also where the like Bean Boozled stuff comes from, because the Birdie Bots every flavored beans.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you had a bogey.
Yeah. So they're like different, like beans and shit.
Okay.
Huh. So, but dude, it's honestly, it's just a magical world, and there's like as it progresses through the years, the themes get more mature,
and they get darker.
Right. Okay.
You know, like the first couple movies are a little more whimsical because he's 11 and 12. You know what I mean? 13. And then you start getting into these
the
like
first one's lighthearted.
darker.
Then like after like this, then like around the second one, it progressively gets darker.
Yeah. Like in the third one, he blows up his aunt, I think, or aunt-in-law or whatever. She's a horrible person, and he gets mad at her and blows her up into like a balloon, and she like floats away.
The uncle's trying to prevent him. He's not supposed, and that's the thing is, you're not supposed to do magic
under the age of 18
outside of Hogwarts.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gets there's some things he's afraid he might get kicked out of school because he's risked the wizarding world. And that moment I think is important too, because you see how powerful he really is.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I guess we can get into Voldemort at this point.
Yeah.
He's also Apostle Tongue.
Well, I see, and you saying that, and Rob, you bringing that up, it does make me think of like, okay, it is sort of a coming of age tale, but in a supernatural sense where this kid, as he ages, figures out his potential that some wizards are already familiar with, like Dumbledore and people like that. They know his potential. They know what he can do. He doesn't know it yet. He has to figure it out.
He has to figure it out. There's also this mystery of whether or not Harry's good or bad.
Well, there's also
because
the mystery
he could be swayed.
Teacher. There's also a mystery of a teacher.
Oh, this is important. Is horrible and evil.
You think that this teacher is a very bad person, and he becomes the reason why Harry is
still alive.
Greg, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, swear to God. Just open your mind. Take a couple hits and go watch.
I think they're on Max, right?
They are on Max.
Oh yeah, dude.
You can actually. I mean, honestly. Voodoo right now, you can buy all of them. You can buy them and watch them whenever you want for $24.99.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Do you have a DVD or Blu-ray player?
Yeah,
I have them. Just go borrow them.
I mean, if it's on a streaming service, I've got them all.
Scenario, I was gonna say Voodoo.
I think they're on Max.
Yeah, because
I was gonna say I know I've seen them on one of them.
Because Voodoo,
I recommend going home tonight and just watching the first one.
Just watch the first.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
All right.
You really should. It's an important part of...
Did you like the original Dumbo?
Yeah, see, I was going to go home and watch that. But now I got to watch Harry Potter.
It's important, though, because it's such a good story. So anyway, throughout the first and second movie, there's a talk of he who shall not be named, and his name is Voldemort. And you find out later on his real name is Tom Riddle.
Yes.
And throughout the series... if he's going to go watch it, do we want to spoil it?
He's not going to remember.
Nope.
And he's like, no.
Or maybe.
So anyway.
Shit, he might not even watch
it. As the movies progress, you find out that Voldemort killed Harry's parents.
Oh.
And in the process of his parents, he tried to kill Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But his parents stepped in.
Yeah.
And because of the love and the protection and all that, and with them being magic, there's something there about like parental love and like just like something in the ether of
Yeah.
The protection and the love for Harry saved him, killed his parents, but it also the spell backfired and killed Voldemort.
But this is also why Harry is famous.
And it's all
because Voldemort is like probably the most famous dark wizard,
right?
Most evil wizard that anybody's ever known or seen that's ever existed, and Harry Potter survived this attack.
So the spell that Voldemort used to try to kill him was the Avada spell. That spell back for
Avada
Kedavra, which it is a killing spell. Like whoever it's pointed to kills them.
It kills them.
It kills them.
But it also takes
forbidden spells.
There's forbidden spells. So that backfires and it kills Harry's parents and it kills Voldemort. And that's how he got the scar on his forehead. Yeah. And that's why he's so famous, because he's the only person to have known to survive that curse.
Yeah.
Huh. So the spell and have it backfire and kill the person that who used it.
So later on you find out that your godfather, which is Sirius Black, and a lot of the teachers were in a organization to stop Voldemort back in the day.
Yeah. And
that's why Voldemort came to kill Harry, because was it prophesized that Harry was gonna be his? I think it was
why
like
he's referred to as the chosen one.
So it was prophesized back in the day that Harry was going to either equal him or beat him. I think is what the prophet. Something I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
So that's why he goes off. So anyway, Casey mentioned Professor Snape, not by name, but he's the guy throughout the entire series. You think that he is the bad person. And there's a scene in Half-Blood Prince where Harry is hiding. Death Eaters, which are Voldemort's followers, infiltrate the school. And all you hear is Professor Snape, have you ever realized what you ask is, and have you ever thought about somebody but yourself? It was kind of, he deflected it back on Dumbledore, kind of like calling him selfish.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So it goes later on. Voldemort's snake, right?
Yeah.
I forget
Basilisk.
No, not the Basilisk.
Nagini.
Nagini, which is also a Horcrux.
A Horcrux.
God, dude, you're getting so deep into the lore.
You're getting he's like, what the fuck?
Okay, so when before Voldemort died, he took his soul.
Well, no, he knew that he was going to die.
You just got to start watching.
He knows that there's going to be an end, but he finds this forbidden magic to where he can separate his soul into things and come back from the dead.
Yeah. Okay. So each object holds a part of him or part of his soul, and this Nagini, his snake, is one of them. And the reason why I brought him up is because he ends up killing Snape. Mm-hmm. The snake does. Nagini ends up killing Professor Snape, and right before he dies, he shows Harry the truth. And the truth is, he was in love with Harry's mom this whole time, and had this huge crush on her, and was like really madly in love with her. And this whole time, he's been looking after Harry.
But you also, the best part is when Dumbledore starts to doubt him, and then he flings this spell that has a
the deflection. He deflects it off, and it's like deflecting into.
No. There's what Dumbledore and Snape are having this conversation about protecting Harry if something happens to Dumbledore. Because you come to think that Dumbledore is his protector.
That's right. The unbreakable vow.
So he puts a spell out to basically help Harry, and basically what it is it's a stag, and Harry thinks it's his dad. No, it's Snape.
Well, it's a doe.
Yeah.
No, the first one was the doe.
No, so Harry's Patronus is a stag because his dad's was a stag, and he has so much of his dad's power in him. But sometimes when people have a strong bond, their Patronus will be the same. So Lily's was a doe, and Snape's was also a doe because he was madly in love with her.
Yeah, right. So there's a scene where Dumbledore and Snape are talking, and he does this spell, and the doe scampers off and runs. And basically, Harry sees these signs throughout the movie, and he's like trying to put it together. But basically, Dumbledore says Lily, and then he promised Lily when she died that he would protect Harry with his life. Yeah. And he said always.
Yeah. After all this time?
Always, for all this time, he said always.
Yeah. Always. Snape is Alan Rickman, by the way.
Yeah, and it's crazy because he died just a couple years after that. So anyway,
that's enough.
You know what's crazy is both Dumbledores passed away.
Yeah.
There's a Dumbledore in the first two.
Hagrid, Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith.
Richard Harris, Michael Gambon.
Yes. Yeah. Most of the freaking teachers have died.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's about all the exposition. You need Greg go watch them.
Right. Yeah. Hey Greg, I'm gonna call you tonight.
There's so many little details and stuff in the world. And then I guess that's a perfect time to segue into the video games.
Oh yes,
because Hogwarts Legacy just came out, and it's
there's a lot more in the films. There's a lot of little fun, whimsical things like you were talking about. A lot of little details. John Cleese plays a ghost that's just kind of like a side comedic relief character, and
nearly headless Nick.
Yeah, nearly headless Nick. He's not headless.
Why are you nearly
his
headless?
Head was almost cut off.
Yeah. He's got a sliver of skin holding his
he
head
pulls his head to the side. And he's
don't they explain that?
Nearly headless?
Yeah, how he became nearly headless. I think they do.
Maybe.
I think they do.
Definitely in the game they even
definitely in the book. So in the games, you're talking about Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes.
Is that the one you're talking about?
I thought that they explained how he became nearly headless.
Maybe. I haven't played the game yet.
In the game, they explained how he was nearly because he wasn't because there's in the game there's there's a scene or depending on what house you choose. If you choose Hogwarts, there's a special mission where you have to go to a cemetery and follow nearly headless Nick, and he's upset.
Which house or which school?
House.
You said if you choose Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
We didn't even get into the houses. Greg's like,
it's all right.
They're different houses.
They're like frats.
Yeah, they're like frats.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay,
there's four different.
They're frats of color. And colors and actual colors. And there's basically in the game, if in Gryffindor, basically there's a special. Every house has a special mission, and in that one, nearly headless Nick is not accepted to the headless. It's like the headless group. There's like a group of headless people of ghosts, and he's pissed off because he's not part of it because he's nearly headless.
Yeah,
he's not headless.
That was in the book, in the first or second book.
See, I don't know if I played that because I think I'm on. I'm not on Gryffindor. I'm not in Gryffindor.
What are you, a Hufflepuff?
I think I am.
Yeah, you have Hufflepuff energy.
So you went to Azkaban. Or not Azkaban. Is that the prison? Yeah.
Yeah.
Azkaban. No. Hufflepuff, you go that mission. You go to Azkaban. If you're a Ravenclaw, you have some kind of mission in the tower with the stars.
Okay, that's what I did.
Slytherin has the quest.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Yeah. So Slytherin has a quest where you have to do a quest with the what is Dobby? Dobby's a
house elf.
A house elf for the original house, and you go and do this mission with a kraken, the kraken, and then you get into there, which you don't actually see. It would be cooler if you did. And then Gryffindor has a mission with nearly headless Nick in the cemetery.
I'll have to play
I made every single class.
Did you?
You literally have enough space to make one character for every house.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't played that at all.
It's the games, Greg. I had to bring up the games because it's absolutely amazing. Even if you've never watched it, it's just such a well done game. I would highly
it
recommend
happens,
getting
but it's
it
also way before.
So it has got nothing to do with like the original story. Well, I wouldn't say nothing, but there's.
It's even before. Fantastic Beasts. Too.
Yeah, it's like a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
Before, so it's like 1800s.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
The time setting.
But it's just about the school. It's not about Harry Potter.
It's about you're a student.
Right.
You're it's not about Harry Potter. You're a
student.
student at the school.
Yeah,
Okay.
You create a student, and you get to basically choose what house you want.
Yeah.
It offers you a house based on special dialogues and stuff like that. But then auto get to just choose what you want.
One of the best parts of this game is you can collect animals in the efforts of like saving them and like conserving them, like conservation.
Breeding them.
And you can breed them, and you like take care of them, and like so you get like different worlds to put them in and take care of. Dude, it's one of the funnest things in the world. Yeah. So, but anyway,
I'm that nerd that I have all the legendaries for every animal race.
Do you?
I'm so far in that game.
Really?
So, have you heard that they're coming out with a Harry Potter Quidditch game?
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Maybe you told me.
I'm a little disappointed
In it?
in the way that it looks. It's a little cartoony.
Quidditch is a sport that they play.
Quidditch is like rugby / flying
Yeah.
/
Okay.
football,
Kinda.
soccer.
Hockey. There's a
kinda.
little hockey, like checking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's little circle rings
But they're on
that they
brooms
can hit
flying.
with the
Right.
brooms and stuff and kick. And
I was going to say,
punch.
isn't there the
They have-
Aztec kind of...
They have
with
little,
right.
clubs that they can
Kinda
hit
like
the
that.
balls and stuff.
Yeah, like the ring that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the same movies, though, aren't they?
So
what's your favorite Lord of the Rings movie, Greg? Wait for it.
Hey, I did see the cartoon Hobbit,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Back in from
like
the old like
the OG one.
Yeah, that was was that Rankin Bass?
I don't know if it is. It might have been.
It's not stop motion, but I think it was
No,
a
it's
Rankin Bass
yeah.
production. Yeah. Or maybe Hanna-Barbera. It was some popular cartoon.
Greg, I know you've seen this. You ever seen the meme where it's like when your crackhead friend shows up every time you got weed, and Gandalf comes out the wood, like he blows a smoke ring.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I know I've seen some.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the
scavenger?
The big O circle ring.
Yeah,
and
the
he
circle.
puffs on the
Yeah,
pipe.
and then here comes fucking
Snoop.
Snoop out of the woodworks. Like, what's up, homie?
Yeah.
You got some weed?
Yeah. Damn, scavenger.
Jumps right out of the bush and that fucking ring just hits him. Give me some weed. I am me.
Anyway, yeah. So they're coming out with a game, Quidditch
game.
and reason why I'm not disappointed is because the graphics look very cartoony, whereas Hogwarts Legacy, it was done very well. You still know it's a
video game.
It's a video game
Because I know they have a board game that's out.
I didn't know that.
Quidditch game?
Yeah,
Quidditch
board game, which is apparently like super hard.
I bet.
It's a legit strategy game.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the movie The Internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson,
Yes.
where they intern at Google
Yes.
and they have to play Quidditch
Yeah.
as like part of this like decathlon thing?
Yeah.
Because it's all fucking nerds
Oh,
Yeah.
I have seen that.
that work at Google,
Yeah.
and they're not like that at
So
all.
it's them in like a gym and they're on a broom and they're running around.
Yeah, they're out in like a
Yeah.
field, like a soccer
Yeah,
field.
they're on the soccer
Yeah.
field. Yeah.
And they're like, because the whole point of the movie is that like they're aging and then they lose their jobs and they're like, well, what do we do? And it's like, they're like in their 40s or maybe 50. I don't remember how old they are at that point. They're in their 40s and they're like, we
they're
didn't
in
grow up
their
with all this
40s.
technology,
Yeah.
but it's all these young nerdy kids that work at this place trying to explain to these guys what the fuck this technology company is. But part of like this decathlon thing at the end was it's like a sports part, and they're like, oh cool, like that's our time to shine, we're gonna do sports.
Right.
And they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's Quidditch.
Or it's just like or the movie Yes Man,
Yeah,
where the fucking boss from the bank is
Yes.
like a super
Yes.
Harry Potter.
yeah, that's the guy from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
He's their like manager. But that's I wanted to bring that up because that just kind of I mean there's countless Greg mentioned the South Park parodies and things like that. It's the influence that that Harry Potter as a book and film series has.
And that's what I was saying too about the Lego set. If you make it to a Lego set, you've made it.
What about the Lego Harry Potter games?
So
I was going to say, there's another one. When you first said that, I was like, do you mean the Lego Harry Potter?
Yeah, Lego Harry Potter
Speaking
games?
of the Lego sets, and this is a bit of a tangent, but you guys ever watch the show Community?
I haven't.
No.
So it's set. It's
that's the one with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's set in a community college. Well, one of the seasons, their biology professor was a guy who earned his degree in prison. So he was in prison for years, and he finishes his lesson, and there's a scene where he goes, "Let me ask you guys something before you leave. As a man who's been in prison for the last 20 years, what happened to Legos? They used to be simple." And everybody's silent. He goes, "Come on. I know you know what I'm talking about. Legos were simple." He's like, "Something happened when I was on the inside. Star Wars Legos, Harry Potter Legos, complicated kids, little blocks." But it's true. Dude, what happened to the just straight up Legos? You go to any store now.
Well, I think Legos wow, we can make a ton of money off of partnering with Marvel and Harry Potter.
We should do a Lego episode.
So it's funny that you guys are bringing this up because Tori and I are in the middle of a Lego build.
Oh yeah, which one?
The Black Tuxedo Cat.
Oh,
okay.
It just came out. So what they do, what Lego has done, and I'm going to back up for a sec. Here's why I think they've gotten more complex. Because we fucking grew up with them, and now we have adult money to spend on a real fucking set, and we have the time and the patience to build more complex stuff.
Also, we have computer programs that can design more complicated pieces to make more detailed sets.
Correct. So that's all you got. That's all of it. Plus, Legos aren't just for kids anymore. They're for adults. No. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nowadays, they're mainly for adults.
Well, we are, and this is well documented. We are part of a very nostalgic generation, where everything that we grew up with can now be marketed to us as adults.
Just in a more refined, complex way.
We will fucking buy into it like that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Those things wouldn't have happened 30 years ago because those adults would be like, "We're adults now. We don't play Legos." But we're like, "Fuck yeah."
Right.
Yeah. I used to play Legos all the time as a kid, and you're gonna give me a Lego that looks like fucking Boba Fett, and I get to.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking bro.
You're gonna try and sell me the visitor center to Jurassic Park as a Lego set? Yes.
Yeah. They have the Seinfeld Lego set.
I have that. That one's, and that's what I was gonna say. Even I bought the Camaro. It's a big, Chevy Camaro Lego. In the Seinfeld set,
we're gonna
Jurassic
talk about Seinfeld.
There's all the special. They have super special pieces that you've never seen.
Nothing makes me laugh more than when my grandpa, when I was growing up, and we're talking about Legos and sitting inside and building those things together. Recently, not recently, couple years back, my nephew was real big into Legos, and of course my sister would be like, "Casey, can you help build that?" I was like, "Fucking absolutely, I will." So here I am sitting with my nephew.
Move over.
And I was like, "Fucking watch this shit. I don't need them instructions. I got this shit." We look at the picture. All right, I got this. I'm building it, and my grandpa walks up and he goes, "Fucking back when I was a kid, we used to take mud, collect it, and make it and form it into a football, let it dry out, and we'd use mud as a football." I'm just like, fuck off. Your generation fucking sucks.
Yeah. Sorry your childhood was shitty.
Sorry that you play with a fucking mud ball.
Don't take it out on me.
It's look, because
I'm having fun.
Look, I'm sorry I'm playing with my nephew right now.
Yeah, right.
But getting back to it, I'm disappointed in the way that the new Quidditch video game looks like. I think if they had taken the way the Hogwarts Legacy looks...
So it's an actual video game.
It's an actual video game.
If
they had taken how Hogwarts Legacy looks and made it into Quidditch, I think it would have been better. But it looks a little child. Okay, it looks like you're playing it on the Wii.
Oh God!
I have a Wii. I like it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You and your wiener.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like I just got a Switch last night. I just got a Nintendo Switch last night.
You can't go from like being almost like realistic looking to being fucking cartoony.
I will give you like Nintendo is known for making like more cartoony games. Super Mario Brothers is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be able to get it on all the consoles. I'm sure. I'm just using the Wii as an example because of like the way the graphics look.
Well, who made Legacy? Was
Rockstar?
No.
Who made
Capcom?
Was it Warner Brothers?
Legacy?
Sega. EA Sports.
Sega.
It's in the game.
It's in your mom.
It's in your. We should be EA Sports. It's in your mom. What the fuck? Dude, the last sports game I played regularly was like
Avalanche
2000 NBA 2K.
It was developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Brothers.
Okay, so it was Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
didn't they do all the sports for Jam?
So then now
didn't they have like a NFL
Nintendo
Jam
took over. So
that was
Nintendo took this.
They had NFL Blitz.
No,
NFL Blitz.
Avalanche has done some actually pretty epic games.
Well, who's doing the Quidditch one?
Let me see.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because if it's not the same company, that would make a lot of sense because they're going to do their own thing.
Yeah. There's while you're looking that up, Rob. Going back to the Harry Potter movies, God, and Greg and anybody else who hasn't seen any of them or all of them or maybe just hasn't watched them in a while, definitely just go back and check them out, dude. Like, there's so much, and the books are great too. I say just the movies, but you know.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Book or movie?
Movie, or technically book, both.
Well, that's okay. That's
because yes, the books have way more detail and stuff. So from 1 through, was it 7?
Yeah.
1 through 7. Which one is your favorite?
Book or movie? Both. Each.
Either one.
Either one.
Either one, because they're different.
They are different in their own way.
They're different for me.
They're different in their own way.
What's your favorite book? What's your favorite movie?
Favorite book is probably 4.
Order of the Phoenix?
Goblet of Fire?
Goblet of Fire, that's right.
Yep.
Was way better than the movie version of it.
Okay.
Favorite movie is probably 3.
Prisoner of Azkaban?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Why do you like Prisoner of Azkaban?
Oh, God. It was the first one with, like, dark themes. And the first one where we see Sirius Black, and I love Gary Oldman, and he was perfect in that role. And just getting, like, I think for the first time seeing a more complex story than just, like... I mean, there was always a complex story behind everything, but this was the first time that there was like, okay, now we're seeing some dark magic shit getting pushed to the foreground and not just in the background.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that in 2 as well, though?
Not as much.
Not as much. Yeah. Just at the very, very end.
Yeah, you're right.
Because in the third one, you have the introduction of the Dementors.
Okay, the third one also, like the time travel, like the time turner thing was a very cool dude. The third one, okay, I might have the same favorite book and movie. The third one might be my favorite book too.
And Casey, what about you?
4 and 4.
4 and 4 for both. Okay. You like the fourth movie that much?
I like the combination of the schools. I
love
the combination of the schools. I love the games, and towards spoiler, Voldemort's return.
Yeah.
I think that whole scene. Greg, what's your favorite? No,
yeah, Greg, let's get you to weigh in.
I thought they were all good, so I really can't pick a favorite.
I mean, that summary we just gave you. I mean, you might not even have to watch it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I feel like I already know the whole story.
Watch it.
The fact that in the book was good about the fact that there are more schools. Yeah. And there's more. It's not just Hogwarts. There's more out there. Yeah. And they combine them and bring them together, and then they have these games to see who's the better school. That was my favorite.
What about you, Rob?
Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince. Ooh. Movie or book? Or both?
I haven't read the books.
You haven't read any of the books?
No.
Oh, yeah, because you got into it later. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so just the movies. Half-Blood Prince was very good. Actually, Slughorn, Professor Slughorn, his wand was one of the first ones I bought. I have a wand collection.
Okay.
And that was one of the first ones I bought. The first one I bought was the Elder Wand.
Of course.
Had to. It was actually...
That's a very powerful wand.
Oh. It's part of the Deathly Hallows.
You'll find this out. You'll find this out.
Hey, when you get on movie 5... 5?
5 is Half-Blood Prince.
5, you'll figure that out.
Okay.
So you have to watch.
I will give you Half-Blood Prince is like that's when the shit goes down.
That's why I like it.
That is when the shit. Then you're like, oh, we're getting into it now.
Oh shit, we're kicking out the fucking school.
We're like, oh shit, now we're there.
This is it's no longer a children's movie.
Yeah.
Right. What? Yeah. I mean,
Young
okay.
teen,
I would argue 3 is where it gets out of like. That's why I say 3 is the first one where it's like shit's getting dark. But then 5 is where it's like, oh, the shit hit the fan. Yeah, I'm talking. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to explain to him. I'm trying to help him out. So 5 is like a prison rape and fight scene. It just gets fucking bonkers.
Okay. You ever watch the show Oz?
Yeah. Okay. See, I didn't know there was a spinoff of Harry Potter.
You ever seen Prison Break?
We could do an episode just on HBO series.
We could
think about it.
We could
think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. We could.
Yeah.
But we could do that with like the Culture Copia logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do that. And I might be able to add the static.
Yeah.
To the logo.
Yeah, that's what what did I just say? Am I having a stroke?
I'm sorry, we're cutting you off.
Did you really literally just say that?
Yeah, that's what I said because he did Greg did the HBO thing, and I was like, yeah, we could do that, but with the Culture Copia logo.
Okay, gotcha.
I think you missed that part.
I did.
You were too busy thinking.
I was thinking
about
my own idea.
You were thinking about the way the new Quidditch game looks.
Yeah. I was so disappointed.
Stuck in your head. I know we're getting close.
We are. Yeah, we're gonna have to
wrapping it up, but. Greg, let me ask you this. What is your favorite fantasy story? Like movie, TV show, book series, whatever it is.
Oh shit, Futurama. Does that count? No. I think we already decided that wasn't.
It's kind of like
that's sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, that's more sci-fi.
Okay.
I don't know. I have to think. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess maybe
I don't really watch a whole lot of that.
You don't watch a whole lot of fantasy.
Maybe Harry Potter can be your introduction.
Have you ever seen The Labyrinth?
No.
God damn.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
We're not going to shame him or judge him. That was crazy. That reaction was too much.
I'm just thinking David Bowie now.
Well, see, and I was going to say,
a never-ending story? Does that count?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did like it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Okay.
But
hey, that's one.
Sure. I was gonna be like, well, whatever it is you mentioned, if you like that, you should watch Harry Potter. Just watch it. I don't know. Like, I don't really have anything else to say. I think you'll enjoy it. You're somebody who enjoys a good story.
Did you like The Hobbit?
The cartoon.
The cartoon.
Yeah.
Then you'll like this.
Then you'll like it.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, it's just...
Well, it's wizards.
It's basically all Gandalf all the time.
Goblins are in it. Goblins
there
are
goblins.
Goblins are in Harry Potter.
I did like Sword in the Stone.
There's no Frodo Baggins.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go. There's no Frodo Baggins. There's no fucking...
As a matter of fact, in the video
dwarfs.
game, Hogwarts Legacy, Merlin is a big... I think Merlin's one of the wizards, is he not? But he's a lot of your...
In the video games, he is like an ancient
god.
You say there's no Frodo Baggins. Frodo Baggins is Harry Potter. Samwise is Ron Weasley.
Gandalf is
Dumbledore. Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. Like, I don't know. Gimli is...
what, the bank teller?
No, Gimli is Hagrid. Like...
How?
I don't know. Fuck.
What's Legolas? Because now I'm real fucking lost.
Legolas.
Hey, I'm out here, so you're in good company.
Whatever. Greg and anyone else, you enjoy a good story.
I'll watch it for your guys.
It's a long. Yeah. I mean, it's 8 movies.
Maybe we just need to have like a sleepover fucking Harry Potter marathon.
Aw.
I'll bring the snacks.
I'll bring
you
the
are the
pumpkin
snack.
juice.
You are the snack.
Hey, I've got several fucking. I have a tent. We can go. We can camp out in the backyard.
How are we gonna watch a movie if we're camping in the backyard?
Dude, I got
between the movies.
Dude, we got tablets. We got adult money.
Guys,
that.
How long is this fucking sleepover going to be?
It's going to be fucking several days.
It's going to be a week.
We're going to watch 8 movies. It's going to watch 8 fucking movies.
Hey, I've only got like 2 days of PTO at work, so I don't know if I can afford to take a day off.
We'll start meeting.
Okay, you got the movies, so we'll go to Matt's house. We'll say 8 a.m. We'll start it.
No, okay. I just thought of a good segment we could start doing. We could start doing Greg's first time movie reviews.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah. So we pick a movie that Greg's never seen, which we've got plenty of.
That's a big list.
One of them.
Yeah.
We have him watch it, and we have him give a review for his first time as an adult. Like, hey, you've watched this movie that we've all grown up with. What did you think of it? Looking at it
with an open mind.
Yeah, from like Greg's an open-minded guy.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea. Great,
because there's apparently a lot of movies you haven't seen that you really should have seen.
First off, there are some movies that are life fucking changing that you haven't seen.
Yeah. Are you prepared to have your life changed?
Yes, actually. Yeah.
See, he's pretty good with the flow, man. We could probably have him watch anything. I don't think it would matter.
Are you prepared for Jehovah's return?
Hands, let's do it.
That I've already seen.
Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
Actually, I have.
All right. Well, on that note, guys, that has been another excellent episode. Episode 3, Harry Potter of Season 4, Culture Copia.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a blast.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next week for another episode.
Yeah, I don't think we know what we're talking about yet.
Beer. Let's do beer.
Let's do beer. Well, then we gotta get our brothers from One Beer at a Time on.
We can do that.
So we got to talk to Jim and Joe.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk beer. Beer as it relates to pop culture and just beer in general on their side. Which we've got plenty of opportunities for that as well.
Because I think it'd be a perfect episode for that time of year.
Yeah,
we can still get an Oktoberfest.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you guys next week.
Whoop, whoop.
Tupac lives.